went and beat him up or whatever.
Yeah, okay, we're about to go live on the YouTube. So you're talking about Dinah.
Diamond.
Levi and Simeon when they killed that's in the book of Joshua.
Went and beat him up or whatever.
Yeah, okay, we're about to go live on the YouTube. All right, so we currently live on YouTube. So this class is entitled Second Ezra is not inspired. We're gonna hit on certain things. Let me go on the
Oh yeah, brother. If you think about it, can you pin the link, please, on the two things, so in case anybody want to come on.
Okay. Let me start a room here. Second Ezra got inspired. Okay. Start the room. Room has started. Okay. All right.
Haran should be for this one, man. He need a lesson with this
one. So I'll pin the link on the get it right here right quick. All right. Make it spin on the club deck, and then we do it on the YouTube. I doubt if anyone comes on there. The people ain't not, they're not when they do the truth, they want to continue to push lies, but push them to the side, just in case you see if anyone does come on. Push this here. Okay. All right, so we're going to start with Second Ezra and the Apocrypha. Call it Second Ezra. This is actually what is it? Let me see. This is actually Fourth Ezra.
Did you say Fourth Ezra?
It's actually Fourth Ezra, right? First Ezra is the book before this. That's First Ezra, right? That's Ezra, okay. Right? Then they would count the one in the Bible, Ezra and Nehemiah together.
Oh.
And then this one here is the fourth one.
Fourth Ezra. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that. Okay.
Yeah, most people don't know that. They think this is actual Second Ezra. No, this is actually Fourth Ezra. Right, and again,
so the first Ezra and Nehemiah go together.
No, the one here in this book, Ezra, before this book, you have that one. That one lines up with the Bible perfectly.
Okay.
Right? First Ezra and the Apocrypha lines up with the Bible perfectly. Okay.
Okay.
Then you have one, and then you have the Ezra in the Bible, which is they call it Ezra and Nehemiah. They put it together.
So what Ezra mean? Would Ezra be Ezra's too, or no?
Come.
Okay, I got you. I follow you. I'm with you. Okay.
Yeah, even though in the Bible, Nehemiah is supposed to come first before Ezra.
Right,
according to chronology.
I got you.
Here goes the bar right here. Okay. Right. So Second Ezra, and I have it here. It says Fourth Ezra. I have Ezra, Nehemiah called First and Second Ezra. All right, so I got it. So Ezra in the Bible, I don't know, those would be 1 and 2 Ezra. Then you have the one before this. That would be third Ezra. Then this one is fourth. All right.
Okay, say that one more time again.
The one in the Bible, Ezra and Nehemiah.
Yeah.
Those are called 1 and 2 Ezra.
1 and 2. Okay, that's why I was thinking it might be that. Okay.
Yeah, and then the one we have here, that'll be third, and this
third, one. And then the one we're going over to be the fourth.
All right.
Got it. Okay, cool.
Come on, we just lost the bar. We were just on a minute ago.
Well, so Nehemiah is the book too.
We got two. I'm missing 2 people. Let me go with the bar stuff, man. I'm trying to get they have a problem coming on. There you go. Hey, Shabbat Shalom, brother.
Shabbat shalom.
Hey, Shabbat Shalom, Akim.
Shabbat shalom.
Shalom, brother.
All right, so we clear on that, right? Everybody's clear?
Con, so you said Nehemiah is a book of Ezra too.
Ezra and Nehemiah are considered 1 and 2 Ezra.
Okay, con.
And then the Ezra and the Apocrypha, the first one, that's 3rd Ezra, and then the 2nd Ezra, actually 4th Ezra.
It's Salaki, Shabbat Shalom, good boy.
All right, so when we ready, man, what we're gonna read, let's start at 2nd Ezra chapter 1. Let's start at verse 1.
I'll take this one.
Okay.
The second book of Ezra, from chapter 1 from the top. The second book of the prophet Ezra, the son of Sarias, the son of Azarias, the son of Helkias, the son of Sodomias, the son of Sadok, the son of Akito. Verse 2, the son of Achias, the son of Phinehas, the son of Haley, the son of Amarias, the son of Aziah, the son of Maramoth, the son of Arna, the son of Ozias, the son of Borith, the son of Abasai, the son of Phanes, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron of the tribe of Levi, which was captive in the land of the Medes in the reign of Alexandrus, king of Persia.
No, Artaxerxes.
Artaxerxes, king of Persia.
So he was captive in the land of the Medes in the reign of Artaxerxes, okay? Go ahead.
Verse 4. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, 5. Go thy way, and shew my people their sinful deeds, and their children their wickedness, which they have done against me, that they may tell their children's children.
Okay.
Verse 6. Because the sin of their fathers are increased in them, for they have forgotten me, and have offered unto strange gods. Verse 7. Am not I even he that brought them out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage? But they have provoked me unto wrath and despised my counsel.
All right, you should go ahead and read. You don't gotta call the verse out, brother.
Okay. Pull thou off then thou hair of thy head, and cast all evil upon them, for they have not been obedient unto my law, but it is a rebellious people.
All right, so far you read is like, man, this sounds like everything is all good. Ain't nothing wrong with none of that. It sounds good. Go ahead.
Verse 9. How long shall I forbear them unto whom I have done so much good?
Yeah, go ahead.
Many kings have I destroyed for their sakes. Pharaoh with his servants and all his power have I smitten down. All the nations have I destroyed before them, and in the east I have scattered the people of 2 provinces, even of Tyre and Sidon, and have slain all their enemies. Speak thou therefore unto them, saying, Thus saith the Lord, I led you through the sea, and in the beginning gave you a large and safe passage. I gave you Moses for a leader and Aaron for a priest. I gave you light in a pillar of fire, and great wonders have I done among you. Yet have ye forgotten me, saith the Lord.
All right, so again, this is how this is set up. See, it's all good. Everything sounds like it lines up with the Bible. Go ahead.
Verse 15. Thus saith the Almighty Lord, the quails are as a token for you. I give you tents for your safeguard. Nevertheless, ye murmured there, and triumphed not in my name for the destruction of your enemies, but ever to this day do ye yet murmur.
Complaining. Go ahead.
Were ye the benefits that I have done for you?
Where are?
Where are the benefits that I have done for you? When ye were hungry and thirsty in the wilderness, did ye not cry unto me, saying, why hast thou brought us into this wilderness to kill us? It had been better for us to have served the Egyptians than to die in this wilderness. Then I had pity upon your mourning and gave you manna to eat. So ye did eat angel's bread.
Yeah, you gotta hear it again. You sound like, man, we're talking about Amiyah. Things sound good so far. What you saying, man? You tripping? Anybody get there right now? Go ahead.
Verse 20. When ye were thirsty, did I not cleave the rock, and waters flow out to your field? For the heat I covered you with the leaves of the tree. I divided among you a fruitful land. I cast out the Canaanites and Perizzites and the Philistines for you. Before you. What shall I yet do more for you, saith the Lord?
Yeah, I done all this stuff. Canaanite, Israel was rebellious and not drive them out like God said to do. God was driving a lot of them out before Israel even got there, but they didn't finish the job. All right, go ahead.
Verse 22. Thus saith the Almighty Lord, when ye were in the wilderness, in the river of the Amorites, being athirst and blaspheming my name, I gave you not fire for your blasphemies, but cast a tree in the water and made a river sweet.
Remember that part.
Okay.
Go ahead.
What shall I do unto thee, O Jacob? Though Judah wouldest not obey me, I will turn me to another nation, and unto those will I give my name, that they may keep my statutes.
First problem. First problem.
Another what?
He's gonna turn to other nations with an S. That never happened.
You only know one family.
This is God saying he's gonna turn to other nations, plural. And he never done that? The scripture said only you have I known of all the nations of the earth. He never turned to no other nation and never done that. But
this might be one of the scriptures that Pastor Dow go to.
Con.
Yeah, I can see that.
But I'm saying if you are saying Second Ezra is inspired or canon, you have to go with that. You got to go with that. Now God has turned to other nations, and he's no longer dealing with Israel like he did before. He's now turned to other nations. This is what it says right here.
So that would mean that there is another covenant, a new covenant.
There is a new covenant, but it's dealing with other nations. With an F. I mean, now here we go. Now we bringing in Esau. Now we bringing in Chinese. Now we can bring everybody else in.
Yeah, but wouldn't that mean that he actually discontinued the old one? I mean, if this is true, right?
Right. Come.
That would
He's now turning to other nations.
That would be a whole new contract, and then that would mean he changes.
Right. It says, and unto those will I give my name, that they may keep my statute. Has he ever done that? That's never happened. You've never given other nations his name.
It's only one Israel.
Now we're going to problem the text right here. This is the first problem. Boom. This is the first problem. You started out really good. Now we're into a problem here.
Because this is where the Israelis could argue, see, this is us right here. Now we grafted in and it's all good.
Right, all these camps that swear by second Ezra have to go by this, and none of them go by that. They all go by God chose Israel and only Israel, but your second Ezra you advocate says something different right here. You got to go by this now. If you push second Ezra, all right, go ahead.
Verse 25, seeing ye have forsaken me, will I forsake you also. When ye desire me to be gracious unto you, I shall have no mercy upon you. Whensoever ye shall call upon me, I will not hear you. For ye have defiled your hands with blood, and your feet are swift to commit manslaughter.
Go ahead.
27, ye have not as it were forsaken me, but your own selves, saith the Lord. Thus saith the Almighty Lord, have I not prayed you as a father his son? I'm sorry, have I not prayed you as a father his son, as a mother her daughter, and a nurse her young babies, that ye would be my people, and I should be your God, that ye would be my children, and I should be your father. 30, I gathered you together as a hen gather her chickens under her wing. But now, what shall I do unto you? I will cast you out from my face.
Cast you out of my face, and cast you out of the land, right? Go ahead.
31. When ye offer unto me, I will turn my face from you. For your solemn feast days, your new moons and your circumcisions have I forsaken.
Stop. Problem again. For your new moon, your solemn feast day, and your circumcisions, circumcision is two of them. There's circumcision of the flesh and of the heart. We know in the New Testament, Paul was pushing circumcision of the heart and of the flesh. But second Ezra is saying he's forsaking those things. Problem again. But these camps teach circumcision. Both. Second Ezra says, God said, I'm forsaking those things. You have an issue again. Again, we're just in the first chapter. We ain't got the rest of it yet.
So this is going directly against Paul too.
This is going directly against Torah. That's what I'm saying. This can't be canon. This is going directly against Torah.
Okay. The Paul quoting Torah.
The feast day they ain't been forsaken. He never have. Circumcision never been forsaken. If that's the case, listen, this comes before Christ. And Christ didn't get circumcised. Because most High forsaken circumcision. We know in Christ's time, they're still keeping circumcision. They're still doing that. That's a requirement by law to be done. But this is saying he's forsaken that stuff. This is the second problem. Go ahead.
Verse 32. I sent unto you my servants, the prophets, whom ye have taken and slain, and torn their bodies in pieces, whose blood I will require of your hands, saith the Lord.
Go ahead.
Thus saith the Almighty Lord, your house is desolate. I will cast you out as wind doth stubble. As your children shall not be fruitful, for they have despised my commandments and done the things that is evil before me. Your house will I give to a people that shall come, which not having heard of me, yet shall believe me, to whom I have shewed no signs, yet they shall do that I have commanded them.
Who is these people? Who is these people here? Hey, listen, there is absolutely no Gentile nation that's keeping the Torah. If I'm wrong, please point them out. Because I don't see them. Where they at? Which non-Israelite?
Aren't there like, isn't there like a group that actually try to like a group of the Jews that do that, like they try to follow the Torah? Isn't there like in there like because there's so many different like doctrines of the Jews, but aren't there some like Jews that try to follow like they actually follow the commandments?
Talking about the fake Jews?
Yeah, the fake ones. Yeah,
No.
Like Jews for Jesus.
Jews.
Choose for Jesus. Al Rashad.
They believe in Shita Bourget. Let's be accurate. What they believe.
Okay.
Anyone one of these Hebrew roots movement, they believe in a so-called white Jesus.
Yeah, but I mean, but they do like try to keep the feast days.
They do. No, I agree with you.
Things
I
like
agree
that,
with
right?
you. I agree with you. But again, none of these groups are going to push a so-called black man. They're going to say he's a so-called white man.
Right? Yeah, I agree with that. Definitely agree with
In
that.
spirit and in truth.
Huh. And again, that's where they're going to fall short, because now you're not giving that accurate depiction of the Messiah. That's going to be the issue you're going to have. Go ahead.
Verse 36. They have seen no prophets, yet they shall call their sins to remembrance and acknowledge them.
Okay, so these people have seen no prophet, and they're going to call their sins to remember and acknowledge them. Okay, let's say that's possible. Let's see that happen. Go ahead.
I take two witnesses, the grace of the people to come, whose little ones rejoice in gladness, and though they have not seen me with bodily eyes, yet in spirit they believe the things that I say.
Hey, there was some many Gentiles do that, brother. They ain't seen God bodily on it, but they believe what the book said. Go ahead.
And now, brother, behold, what glory, and see the people that cometh from the east.
Ooh, now we're going to see who these people are coming from the east. Go ahead.
Unto whom I will give for leaders
Aha.
Abraham, Isaac,
Wait a minute. Go
and
ahead.
Jacob, Osi's, Amos, and how you say that? Micah's, Joel, Abadiah, and Jonas, Nahum, and Abakuk, Zephaniah, Agus, what is that? Zachary, and Malachi, which is called also an angel of the Lord.
All right. So this verse right here is basically speaking of reincarnation, because these people all lived before this time. Right now, but not all of them.
Con, I was finna say, didn't cause Amos and Joel and Jonas, Nahum, Zachary, Zachary and Malachi, them was the books that them ain't them the last Bibles of the Old Testament?
Well, the only person here that would become after this time, you can technically say Amos. It will be Malachi, Zechariah, and
Abacus, Habakkuk, right? Or
Habakkuk. That's before. That's way
okay.
They way Old Testament. So Malachi was the last book, the Bible.
Nahum is about the last book.
Zechariah lived around the time of Ezra, and there's another one. What's his name? Haggai.
Haggai, come.
There's only three you can say.
Which one would be Haggai?
Where is it?
Aggius.
Come.
That's Haggai. Come.
Yeah, come. Those are the three of them. Everything is way before. There's only three. But again, he's sending people to come. But two of them lived at the time that was alive when this guy was written. There's only one of them to come would be Malachi. That'll be the only one, because at this time, Haggai and Zechariah was living. They lived at the time of Israel. So they were not to come, they present.
Why is he still
crazy?
This is Greek.
Hey, this is crazy, man.
This is Greek.
MALACHY.
That's how
this from this is from a the Greek perspective.
That's how we can spell curse sounds now. Okay.
Yeah. But these are people that say who to be leaders, right? And again, when it was going over this verse, when I first came in, and it was reading this verse right here. I told you on the story before, right? It was coming reading this verse right here. And they said people who are going to come as leaders. And they were teaching. They were teaching that these people are here already. When I was coming up, they were saying that these people are here, they're back.
Right.
That was the teaching. They said these people here was back.
Reincarnated.
Salakia, to my knowledge, that is still the teaching, at least from IUIC, because I definitely know that this verse was used like to establish reincarnation, and the teaching that I heard Nathaniel teach on it, yeah, he pretty much said like, yeah, they're back. Like he was all like somebody in here right now might be Jeremiah.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what we
I
saw.
remember that. I do remember that.
That is exactly what we saw. When I came in, that's exactly what they said.
So would Jeremiah know he was Jeremiah?
No, but I said to them, Isaac is back. They said, yeah, brother, Isaac is back. I said, what? I said, Isaac is back. Brother, Isaac is back. Man, show him that, man. Like I'm dumb. Right? I'm saying to myself, you guys teach Isaac is Christ. So I'm trying to put two and two together. So I'm like, Isaac is back? Yeah, brother, Isaac is back. I said, man, I thought y'all said Isaac is Christ. That's when the whole conquer with the whole room. Because it's a contradiction. We know he ain't back.
I was finna say where he back from, the future.
Listen, this is me early when I'm on milk. And I caught that. I'm on milk and I'm like, I ain't lying. These are seasoned men, and I'm like, wait a minute, if y'all ain't catching this stuff, like, what spirit is leading y'all? Because that can't be true. And the last part here, I want to bring out, it says, which are also called what? An angel of the Lord. You say also all the prophets are actually angels who came in the flesh? Is that what you're saying that they are? You think Abraham is an angel? Isaac is an angel? They're all angels? Yes, sir.
I was told one time that angel actually meant messenger.
Does mean messenger.
Okay.
But how are you gonna prove all these prophets were angels that came in the flesh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Because now because at the same time, if you were saying that, it goes against your doctrine when it comes to Genesis chapter 6, because you're saying angels didn't come and sleep with men. But you're saying here in 2nd Ezra that they did, because right here they're called angels of the Lord. So I'm saying, wait a minute, y'all teaching contradiction in your doctrine. Because in Genesis 6, you're saying that those are not angels, but here you're saying that they are angels. Right here. Then which one is it? See, I'm saying I'm paying attention to what I'm learning. As you brothers should too as well. Right? If I'm saying something wrong to you, I'm young, you taught over here, bro, this, but now you're saying this over here. Y'all have to catch it and say, yo. That ain't lining up, bro. So that's what I was seeing when I was coming up. And I was like, wait a minute. That's what helped prompt me, like, you know what? You gotta learn it for yourself. Because obviously they missing stuff. Right? Their heart is in the right place, but they're not catching what this thing is saying. They're not catching the contradiction in their information that they're doing. And I think because they're mentally, the brothers in New York, they teach this all, man, they can't be wrong. What you mean they can't be wrong? They can't be wrong because they're, this one here is John the Baptist. This one here is Peter. This one over here is, David.
Knock
They can't be wrong.
Knock that off.
how do you know they reincarnated? You know what I mean? Like, and that's them. They wouldn't even know it. How you would know it?
That's when you caught up in a man like that and thinking, stop with the foolishness, bro.
Right.
They just men. I saw them just as men. They didn't see the people just as men. They saw them as something above a man. That's like, y'all lost it.
Right. Well, we with King David right now.
That ain't gonna fly.
I didn't get up and walk off like, eat what,
Yeah.
drink what?
Yeah, time to go.
That's all, that's the first chapter. We get in the second chapter, right, they're gonna find some more problems. So none of that, so that's what, again, I mean, again, we found 3 major problems just in the first chapter. 3 contradictions that you can't get around in just in the first chapter.
Which are called also angels of the Lord. Wow.
Problem. Again, I'm trying to make all this stuff fit. I tried, listen, I didn't try for months, I tried for years.
Wow.
So that would mean they would be still Nephilims or something like that. If, like,
Well, the question, they have to reconcile. You say angels coming into the body through sex, into women's womb and being born. This is what you're saying now.
Did Malachi have children?
I'm not sure, it doesn't really say, but I'm just saying, you're saying that these were not just regular men, these were actually angels. That came down. What you have to be saying, if you believe second Ezra.
and they said, well, surely we're gods, but we die like men.
I mean, it's a big problem that you have to reconcile. You gotta prove all of that. You gotta prove Abraham, Isaac, they were all angels. You gotta prove all that. How you gonna prove all that in the Bible? But they were angels. Because technically you need 2 or 3 witnesses, right? Where's your 2 or 3 witnesses at? And they confirm that.
Ain't angels immortal?
They have eternal life.
And they died, and came back and chopping it up with us now.
A whole lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So there's issues with that. Chapter 2. More issues.
You want this on?
In the first year of
No.
Chapter 2, verse 1. Chapter 2, Tony.
Second Ezra.
You,
I'll take 2, you take 3. Okay. Thus saith the Lord, I brought these people out of bondage and gave them my commandments by my servants, the prophets, whom they would not hear, but despise my counsel.
Go ahead.
The mother that bare them saith unto them, go your way, ye children, for I am a widow of and forsaken.
Okay, so it did sound like it had to be Jerusalem. Right, but then it's kind of like, Jerusalem didn't actually bear them, but it would have to be Jerusalem, right? It's just what it would have to be. Go ahead.
I brought you up with gladness, but with sorrow and heaviness have I lost you. For ye have sinned before the Lord your God, and done that thing that is evil before him. But what shall I know now do unto you? I am a widow and forsaken. Go your way, O my children, and ask mercy of the Lord. Verse 5, as for me, O Father, I call upon thee for a witness over the mother of these children, which would not keep my covenant. That thou bring them to confusion and their mother to a spoil, that there may be no offspring of them.
Now they praying, and this is we're praying against them and against Jerusalem.
they had no children.
They have no children.
That's dead.
In confusion. Go ahead.
Let them be scattered abroad among the heathen.
That happened. Go ahead.
Let their names be put out of the earth.
Ooh, that almost happened. Go ahead.
For they have despised my covenant. Verse 8, woe be unto thee, assure thou that hidest the unrighteous in thee, O thou wicked people, remember what I did unto Sodom and Gomorrah. It's not. Whose land lieth in clods of pitch and heap of ashes, even so also will I do unto them that hear me not, saith the Almighty Lord.
Here we go.
Thus saith the Lord unto Ezra.
Now we gonna get the cooking. The Lord is saying now to Ezra, go ahead.
Tell my people that I will give them the kingdom of Jerusalem, which I would have given unto Israel.
Explain that. Tell my people, I will give them the kingdom of Jerusalem, which I would have given to who? Israel. Hold up.
Wow, that's.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Pump the brakes.
Wow.
Now, go and tell my people that I will give them the kingdom. I thought your people was Israel. Okay, well, let's try to make it fit.
Who is he
And
talking
we want it to fit. You know what I'm saying? We fighting for it to fit. So his people would have to be the southern kingdom, right? Because it was split, right? Judah and Israel. Go tell Judah, I'm gonna give them the kingdom of Jerusalem. Which we don't see that nowhere. Kingdom of Jerusalem, where? When did that ever happen? So he's talking about giving it just to the southern kingdom. If we're trying to make it fit.
Okay.
It says that I would give them the kingdom of Jerusalem, which I would have given unto Israel. So you was going to give the kingdom of Jerusalem to the northern kingdom, even though the southern kingdom was already in Jerusalem already. How does that work? Contradiction. I said, oh man, I know what it is. It's the Maccabees time. Yeah, the kingdom of the Maccabees ruled for a while. That's what we're talking about. Okay. Gonna give the Maccabees that. Maccabees ruled for 200 years. That's when the kingdom of Jerusalem. Even though it wasn't called that, it was called the Hashmonean dynasty. That's what they called it. They ain't called it the kingdom of Jerusalem. But they ruled in Jerusalem for a few years. It wasn't called that. So the name accuracy is all. I wasn't there. So again, I was trying to make it feel that must be what it's saying. But it's you forcing it again. Because it doesn't call it kingdom of Jerusalem. And your people is supposed to be Israel. You can't take the northern kingdom and give them the southern kingdom inheritance. What you gonna do with the southern kingdom? And the southern kingdom is where David line is. He said David's gonna rule forever. So you moved out David and putting in the northern kingdom. It's too, yes, sir.
What about this New Jerusalem?
And I'm trying to say, there's too much you got to try to pull out and pull in and factor in, squeeze in and squeeze out just to try to make it make sense. Too much. This one verse here is killing him, killing you. I was like, dude, I'm telling you for years, I was like, man, I don't get that. I was trying to, I could, this verse right here stomped me when I read it, because I was like, I can reconcile it. I was like, so you try to like forget it like it's gonna go away. It ain't going nowhere, it's still there.
It's gonna get worse.
So, all right, man. So that's our first problem here. All right, go ahead.
Verse 11. Their glory also will I take unto me, and give these the everlasting tabernacles which I have prepared for them.
Go ahead.
They shall have a tree of life for an ointment of sweet savior. They shall neither labor nor be sweary.
Wow. They have a tree of life. You get all this stuff. Go ahead.
13. Go and ye shall receive, pray for few days unto you, that they may be shortened. The kingdom is already prepared for you. Watch.
Wow. Go and ye shall receive. Pray for a few days unto you, or is it unto me? Must be unto me. Can't be unto you. You can't pray to yourself. It must be unto me. That they may be shortened with the day for the kingdom. The kingdom is already prepared for you. Watch. It is? It's already been prepared already?
Well, it is New Jerusalem.
Well, the kingdom of Jerusalem, even if it was the Hashmonean dynasty as it is, it didn't last long. And plus, all these kingdoms around it were actually really more powerful than them. Right? The Ptolemies down in the south in Egypt, the Seleucids going up north, were more powerful than them. They took over, they ruled Jerusalem for a while, they didn't conquer them, but again, that didn't last long. Then the Romans came and took them down. So that's really the kingdom of Jerusalem. That's what it is, because this verse is saying a whole lot of stuff here about I'm gonna give them a tree of life, right? And give them, it says everlasting tabernacles, right? Because in all that doesn't affect the Hashmonean dynasty. It said they shall neither labor nor be weary. That didn't happen. They will labor and they was weary. There's a lot of work to be done. I'm like, where do you fit this in at? This is the problem. All right, go ahead.
Verse 14. Take heaven and earth to witness, for I have broken the evil in pieces and created the good. For I live, saith the Lord.
No, not a problem. Go ahead.
Mother, embrace thy children and bring them up with gladness. Make their feet as fast as a pillar, and I have chosen thee, saith the Lord.
The mother must be Jerusalem again, and it's not fitting Jerusalem. Go ahead.
And those that be dead will I raise up again from their places and bring them out of the grave, for I have known my name in Israel.
Must be, for they have known my name in Israel. Again, there's a whole bunch of stuff in the translation here. You have to try to go ahead and you argue with all kind of points. But he can't say for I, got to be for they have known my name in Israel. But again, maybe he just got through saying he's not giving the kingdom to Israel. He's taking it from, right?
Double-minded.
He's taking it from me, from the southern kingdom, and giving it to the northern kingdom. But there's no more mention of the southern kingdom anymore. But here, this sounds like the entire nation here. Go ahead.
17. Fear not, thou mother of the children, for I have chosen thee, saith the Lord. For thy help will I send my servants,
Esai, that's Isaiah.
Esai and Jeremy, after whose counsel I have sanctified and prepared for thee 12 tree laden with diverse fruit.
Come on now. This is after this man I've been dead. Now you have to send these men. You're gonna send Isaiah, and you're gonna send Jeremiah. When did that ever happen? Oh, brother, that's the two witnesses in Revelation. Yeah.
Oh man, that's a reach right there, brother.
That's what I was. This what you gotta do to make this stuff fit. Where is this stuff gonna fit at? Where you gonna fit Isaiah and Jeremiah at?
You need two witnesses for that too.
Yeah, man. All right, go ahead.
19. And as many fountains flowing with milk and honey, and 7 mighty mountains, whereupon there grow roses and lilies, whereby I will fill thy children with joy.
Go ahead.
do right to the widow,
Mhm.
judge for the fatherless, give to the poor, defend the orphan, clothe the naked,
Go ahead.
heal the broken and the weak, laugh not a lame man to scorn. Defend the maimed and let the blind man come into the sight of my clearness.
See, all that is good stuff you can take from this. You can take some good things from me, but this stuff is not inspired. There's gonna be some stuff in here written that you can say, yeah, man, that's some good stuff to do. There's still issues with it. There's more issues with it than anything that is good. Go ahead.
22. Keep the old and the young within thy walls. Wheresoever thou findest the dead, take them and bury them, and I will give thee the first place in my resurrection.
Mm. Sound good. Go ahead.
24.
Salakia. Am I on?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Is what true?
Wheresoever thou findest the dead, take them and bury them, and I will go thee the first place, and I will give thee the first place in my resurrection.
No.
From the site, so he just want us to, like, we see dead bodies, just go ahead and bury them.
You know what I mean? Dead corpses everywhere.
Yeah.
The fouling the. You the one that killed him and you get caught burying them.
Wasn't that the fault? But that goes back with all Nathaniel was talking about earlier about the cleanliness and being unclean, right?
Come.
Because that wouldn't be ever working out.
Well, I mean, when you read in Tobit, when you read in Tobit, right?
Oh, I'm not familiar with the Apocrypha.
Yeah, Tobit is another. Can we get it right quick? Tobit. Can we get Tobit? It's to be the next book over. The next book over should be Tobit after second Ezra. Tobit chapter 2, verse 2 through 8.
Let Israel say amen when they there.
No, start at verse 1 just to get some context. Yeah, let's do 1 through 8. Amen. We here. I'm here. Amen.
Con. This is the book of Tobit, chapter 2, from the top. Now, when I was come home again, and my wife Anna was restored Salakia. Now, when I was come home again, and my wife Anna was restored unto me with my son Tobias in the feast of Pentecost, which is the holy feast of the 7 weeks, there was a good dinner prepared me, in the which I sat down to eat.
To be clear, that Pentecost happens in the feast of the 7 weeks. That's the feast of weeks. All right. This is another way that you can prove that the Shabbat that we're doing is the Shabbat that they had then. Why? Because the feast of weeks, it begins the first day of a week, which is Sunday. It's the day after the Sabbath. The day after the Sabbath, that's when the feast of weeks started. It tells you this in the book of St. John, the 20th chapter. Right? It's in the feast of weeks. So we have the first day of the week. It's clearly after the Sabbath, and we have it as Sunday. All we gotta do is count 6 days, and we have a what? A Shabbat.
Come.
It proves that the week that we have in North America is what they had back then. We are keeping the Shabbat correctly. And I debate anybody on it because you're gonna lose. This feast of weeks proves you wrong. We are keeping it accurately according to the text. That's why it's called the feast of weeks.
I see what you're saying, brother, because if you do it like by the lunar one, then the Shabbat will always be on the 22nd, right?
Be rotated, huh?
Yeah, right. Kind of, it will be the same all the time.
Right.
Yeah, it wouldn't rotate like, he have to like it would always be like, like clockwork if you did it by the lunar month. But yeah, I see what you're saying, but that makes a good point. I got you.
Yeah, and the last point, was they don't want to answer. Ask them, what's the midst of the week when Christ died? What day is that?
Witness.
When is that?
If it's Wednesday, that's the middle of the week, then what's
Right.
the end of the week? Saturday again. Another proof that said we keeping it correctly.
Con, that again, con.
Another proof that keeping it correctly. Can't go wrong. All right, go ahead, brother.
Con, verse 2. And when I saw abundance of meat, I said to my son, go and bring what poor man soever thou shalt find out of our brethren, who is mindful of the Lord. And lo, I tarry for thee.
Go ahead.
Verse 3. But he came again and said, Father, one of our nations is struggled and strangled, and is cast out in the marketplace.
So they strangled them, killed them, and cast them out in the marketplace in the open. Go ahead.
Verse 4. Then before I had tasted of any meat, I started up and took him up into a room until the going down of the sun.
So he took him up and he put him up in a room till the sun went down. Go ahead.
Then I returned and washed myself and ate my meat in heaviness.
So he had to, because he's dealing with a dead body, right? He had to go cleanse himself. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 6. Remembering that prophecy of Amos, as he said, your feast shall be turned into mourning, and all your mirth into lamentation. What is mirth?
A happiness.
Calm.
Gladness.
Calm.
Go ahead.
Verse 7. Therefore I wept, and after the going down of the sun, I went and made a grave and buried him.
See, after the sun went down, he went and made a grave and he buried this man. His own people, someone that strangled him, left him out in the open field. He took the body up, put it in a room, had to go cleanse himself up, ate something. The sun went down, went back, did the grave, and he buried the God. All right? Go ahead.
Verse 8. But my neighbors mocked me and said, this man is not yet afraid to be put to death for this matter, who fled away, and yet, lo, he burieth the dead again.
See, it was a crime to do something like that, where he was. You're gonna get in trouble for burying the dead. When they kill it in the field, it was illegal. Where he was, to do that. Leave him out there. You let the authorities handle that. You don't go do nothing like that.
The crows and eagles.
Yeah. But he was, like I said, that's why I said, man, see, I was trying to precept this what we read in Ezra, what he was trying to do. Trying to make it fit. I'm coming here to show you this is what I was doing. I was precepting it. I didn't show my precepts that I went to because eventually it was failing.
Calm.
But this one place I went to say, yeah, you know what, that car park can fit in. But this other part of the balance said, well, it was illegal to do something like that. So now you can go ahead and do it. You must not get in trouble.
Right.
That's why he took he went until what it was dark.
Sun
Sun went down. He buried him when the sun went down. He couldn't do it in the cover of night. Couldn't do it out in the daytime.
That's why only a neighbor probably seen it. Like, dang,
Yeah.
scared of.
But that's what happened. They gonna go snitch. And you end up in jail or end up to death yourself.
No great neighbor.
They catch you. Yeah, breaking the law. So it wasn't like I can just go bury a man and then I'm going to be in the next resurrection. Like when you read in Ezra, you ain't really going to be dead, right?
So Salakia, I got a question.
Yes, sir.
So let me see, man. Let me ask this right way. So go ahead. I got to figure out how to ask that question.
Okay, let's go back to second Ezra, man. I just wanted to come in and show you that.
That was a good one, though. That's a good one.
But I'm saying when you read second Ezra here, it's kind of like, oh, you can just go bury that body, you good. You running risks. You was risking doing something like that. You know what I'm saying? Depending where you were, right? All right, let's go back to second Ezra chapter 2. We was in
verse 24.
Go ahead.
Abide still, O my people, and take thy rest, for thy question shall come.
Quietness.
Oh, for thy quietness shall come.
Go ahead.
Nourish thy children, O thou good nurse, establish their feet.
Now, who is this good nurse? Who would that be? Anyway, go ahead. See, that's another problem. You can't, it's hard trying to figure out who that is.
Come.
Go ahead.
As for the servant whom I have given thee, there shall not be one of them perish, for I will require them for among thy number.
From among that
From
number.
among thy number.
So everyone that have died, I've given thee. So who would that be? That would be all of the prophets, right?
Come.
Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, who's given them. He's gonna require them from among the Israelites' number, right? That have died. Go ahead.
Be not worried, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance.
Mm.
The heathen shall envy thee, but they shall be able to do nothing against thee, saith the Lord. My hand shall cover thee, so that thy children shall not see hell.
That's the grave. So again, that's not fitting because Israelites die and they go to the grave. I mean, Israelites to this day we still die and going to the grave, right?
Mhm.
Hell is the grave. You want to be clear what it is. The Hebrew word is Sheol. It's the grave, right? If you want to get technical about hell, or you about the flame of fire, because you ain't saying the lake of fire. You gotta be just saying just a place of fire, not necessarily mean a lake, but a place that's full of fire, right? Go ahead.
30. Be joyful, O thou mother, with thy children, for I will deliver thee, saith the Lord.
So that must be speaking of Jerusalem. Their mother, you're gonna deliver Jerusalem.
Could she be the nurse too?
Could be.
Okay.
Go ahead.
31.
But then you have the nurse and the mother. Go ahead.
Okay. 31. Remember thy children that sleep, for I shall bring them out of the side of the earth, and shew mercy unto them. For I am merciful, saith the Lord Almighty.
The sides of the earth. That's where you leave alone. How you explain that? Go ahead.
32. Embrace thy children until I come and shew mercy unto them. For my wells run over, and my grace shall not fail.
Go ahead.
I, Ezra, received a charge of the Lord upon the Mount Horeb, that I should go unto Israel, but when I came unto them, they set me at naught, and despised the commandments of the Lord.
Now, he said he got this commandment, he got this charge from Mount Horeb, which is Mount Horeb. In the Bible, right? It's Mount Sinai and it's Mount Horeb, right? Mount Horeb is the mountain of the Lord. Is the mountain where Moses was doing the sheep and then he saw the burning bush. Okay, that's a Mount Horeb, right? This way, so Ezra is saying here that he went all the way back to the wilderness where Israel came out of Egypt, and he went to the Mount of God, Mount Horeb, is where he got the charge from. There's nothing like that at all. No, you can't corroborate this nowhere in the Bible. Wow. It says, and he came to Israel. It says, and Israel set him at naught, and they despised the commandment of the Lord. Huh? That didn't happen. Again, you get hard pressed trying to find that in history. In terms of Ezra. Go ahead.
34. And therefore I say unto you, O ye heathen, that hear and understand, look for your shepherd, he shall give you everlasting rest, for he is nigh at hand, and shall come in the end of the world.
Aha. So coming in the end of, he said, but he said you were heathen. That's That's not Israel.
So yeah, I was gonna say, so was he saving the heathens in this verse?
That's what it's got to be saying. Now he's saying
Wait a
the heathen.
minute.
The heathen wrote this book.
He's gonna give us the last thing. That's what I'm trying to say. These brothers that's reading second Ezra and saying it's canon. I don't know what they read. They can't be reading the whole book. We are jumped in the second chapter. I can't finish all of it. I'm just getting started, bro. There's so much stuff in here. You just try to reconcile, it'll be a problem.
So what about the Maccabees? Because ain't it like 4 books in the Maccabees too?
Yes, there's 4 Maccabees too. There's only 1 and 2 Maccabees is good. The mother ones is on something else.
And what about 3 and 4 of Esdras? That no good neither.
Now, with this one right here, 2 isn't. This is actually 4. This ain't no good.
So the first Esdras is the one in the Bible, right?
Yes.
So what's second Esdras?
Second one is Nehemiah.
Okay. So
The third one is the first Ezra in this book. The third one is the first Ezra in the Apocrypha.
So third Esdras is first Esdras in the Apocrypha.
Con.
Okay.
Fourth Ezra is this second Ezra here we read.
Got you.
So this verse says he's saving heathens and he's giving everlasting rest. and look what it says is going to happen. And it shall come when? At the end of the world.
At the end. Revelation.
Let's go to the end of the world. We say in the same book. We ain't going to another book. Let's find the end of the world. In the end of the world, this book says he's saving heathens. Can we get the 6th chapter, verse 9? 6th chapter.
Man, you said the same book.
In the same book. We're not going to other books. We said right here in this book.
Oh man, who most did? Boy, they messed up with this one.
Emmanuel, you sound shocked.
Yeah, because like I said, I really never been like I hear brothers go over the Apocrypha and stuff, and I write down scriptures, but like I've never actually been through the Apocrypha.
You gotta get that second Ezra out your notes now.
Nah, I'm gonna keep reading. I'm gonna keep reading all of it. I'm gonna keep reading because yeah, this right here, you know, this how I can be like, yeah, I can be like on my yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Now wait till you read the book of Judah.
The book of who?
Verse Judah. That's we got that right.
Oh yeah. I remember you telling me about the book of Judah. That's witchcraft, right?
Oh, no, that's not historical. That's made up.
So which one was the book about witchcraft?
Second Ezra chapter 6.
Witchcraft. I think that's Moses' 7th book. Something with magical.
Yeah, that magical.
Yeah. That's book number 7 by Moses.
Okay.
Because we have 5 in the Bible, and then you have the other one called they call it nonsense again. Not Jubilee. Okay.
The Jubilees, yeah, the book of Jubilees.
And then you have one called Magic. That's 7, all by Moses. We know Moses didn't wrote no Jubilees or no 7 magic books.
Yeah, I was gonna say Moses didn't even believe in magic. That was the Egyptian custom. He what?
They're acquaintance and Moses wrote those books. Yeah, again, made up stuff. Let's start at second Ezra chapter 6. Let's start at verse 7.
What's the second Ezra chapter 6, starting at verse 7. Y'all there? Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting as under of the times, or when shall be the end of the time
of the first
and the beginning of it shall that follow.
So you want to know when it's going to end, and then when the next one going to start up. Go ahead.
Verse 8. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born, of him Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau.
We talked about that earlier. Go ahead.
For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
Hold up. Second Ezra chapter 2 says something different. It says heathens there. He's gonna give rest to the heathen. And it says at the end of the world, it said right here, but Esau is the end of the world.
Now, Salaki, now where he be saying heathen talking about the Israelites, you know how we always get into that debate about heathens and Gentiles, and how some heathens and Gentiles were Israelites and some weren't.
Con.
So now this heathen that they talking about, man, see, man, oh, I wish we read this, man, and we had this knowledge when we was having them debates, man. But so do you understand what I'm asking on my own? I'm asking, which heathen would this be? Would this be our people or would this be the other nations?
Well, I mean,
in second Esdras. I know what
if we're trying to
Toby
harmonize it though, if we're trying to harmonize, you would say that these heathens in the second chapter are Israelites, right? We have to be.
God. But what if he wasn't though?
That's the question. Right?
See?
So again, you trying to make second Ezra be canon, and you read it, you would say, wait a minute, these heathens will have to be Israelites. This ain't not Israelites, these are Israelites, right? Because Esau the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning after that, right?
God.
That's what it has to be, right? All right, go ahead.
10. The hand of man is betwixt the heel and the hand. Other question. Esdras asked thou not.
So he said the hand of man, which it sounds like that's the most high hand, is between the heel and the hand. The heel, so the hand is Jacob's hand upon Esau's heel.
Oh, okay.
So in between the hand and the heel, there is a hand of man there, right? That's what it says right here, right? The hand of man. You would think that's something that would be the most high hand. Or
so what that mean that Jacob's hand wasn't on the heel? There's a hand connecting the two, right?
Yeah, the hand was on the heel, but it looked like some hand separated it.
Right, Khan. That's what I mean. Yeah,
two different nations.
right.
So it's either the most high hand or it has to be Isaac's hand. He's the father.
Okay.
He gave him birth.
Okay, right. Khan.
Have to be
right.
I'm trying to see this. So we jumping through hula hoops here trying to make this thing fit.
Because I'm thinking about the enmity between the woman now.
See, that's too much way out. See what I'm saying? Because I break that out, so I'm like, but now, you I explain that the hand of man is between the heel and the hand. Break that down. You know what I'm saying? So it has to be either Isaac's hand or the Most High hand. Either Isaac's hand took Jacob's hand off and Esau's heel, or God like, no, get off his man, separated it. And that's what it was.
Because the Most High ain't letting Jacob take none of Esau's inheritance, so he would have to.
So that's what we have.
Wow,
that's what it would have to be.
Where we at? It could be a.
So it said Esau is the end. Esau is the end of the world.
6. Okay. Because Isaac having a hand in it. Now we're going to verse 11. This kids, he got a hand in it.
This is the famous teaching and that still stands today. They would bring you here every single time. This is the verse they go through to substantiate that Israel got next. Right here, this is the verse. Jacob, Esau, and then
wow, no.
Yeah.
I got this highlighted. I got I don't know where I probably got this wrote down on my lesson somewhere, but
that's where that thing came from.
This is where they go.
You know where they get that. We got next.
Yep.
We can't say we got next.
Huh?
We can't say we got next.
HOI. Who else said that?
First it was Worm that was saying that. I don't know who started it all. Worm said he started that.
I thought Zabak started that.
I don't know who started it, but I heard Zabak supposedly had started it off, and Worm heard, oh, that's tough. That sounds good, man. We got next. And then the other guy, the little short dude, he started it. Well, he started it.
I'm short dude.
I think that was Zabak because they made shirts and stuff. They was selling shirts.
He championed it.
No, what it was, they had a thing called the We Got Next movement. We Got Next movement, it was shield, this shield of wisdom with Thalwam and then Zabak, and they came together.
Copy. Okay, copy.
And this other camp called the Light of Zion. And they was together, that's how they started, but then they had a falling out. I knew it wasn't gonna last. Cause they all looked dumb, We Got Next, I mean.
Antichrist.
Yeah, they skipped
But what do they mean that we got next? Like, what's the meaning? They mean that they want to
Jacob's kingdom next to come.
We gonna be the next in rulership, Akim.
Khan, Jacob's kingdom.
Man, that's
next to come.
I'm just gonna skip over the Antichrist.
Nah, that's still gonna be all a part of the. That's all part of the revelation, Akim.
What is
All of that gonna be a part of the revelation.
Yes,
I mean, we know Christ has next,
Antichrist.
But the ones that he take with him, he said we all gonna have it. That's what the kingdom that he's going to prepare for us. He's for all of us.
Let's find out who
The
got
ruler. Khan, let's get it in the scripture. There you go.
Let's get who have it. Can we get Daniel? Because again, remember it says Esau is the end of the world and Jacob that follow it. All right. Daniel chapter 11.
You don't talk to that goon up there and down no more, don't
No.
you? Okay. Why?
You going crazy. He be smoking after the Shabbat, bro. I see you can't be doing that, bro. You defiling your temple and you defiling the Shabbat. What are you doing? Can't be doing that, bro. You're tripping.
Yeah.
He don't care about nothing like that.
And then he got a tattoo on his own arm talking about Black Jew.
Hey, he know we don't call ourselves Jews, right?
Wow.
Nigga, Israelite, brother, black Israelite, brother. Put that on you.
Okay, we get into Daniel in the Bible, chapter 11. We're gonna start at verse 36.
Okay.
Remember, we're in the Apocrypha. Esau is the end of the world. Esau.
I got it right here.
Right?
This chapter 11, verse 36.
6.
Or verse 6.
36.
36. That's what I said. Daniel chapter 11 and verse 36. Daniel chapter 11 and verse 36. And the king shall do according to his will.
You'll do what he want to do. Go ahead.
And he shall exalt himself and magnify himself above every god.
Who is that?
That's
Antichrist. He's gonna exalt himself about every god. Antichrist. Go ahead.
And shall speak marvelous things against the gods of gods.
That's the Most High. Go ahead.
And shall prosper till the indignation be accomplished, for that is determined shall be done.
Right. So he's gonna do all of those. So I'm establishing this is the Antichrist. Let's find out that he's an Edomite. Go ahead.
Verse 37. Neither shall he regard the God of his father.
He ain't gonna regard the God of his father. Go ahead.
Nor desire of women.
None care about no women desire.
Nor regard any God, for he shall magnify himself above all.
He ain't regard any God. Any gods down here. He ain't none of them. Israelite God, none of that. He ain't regard any God. Go ahead.
But in his estate,
in his house, go ahead.
He shall, in his state shall he honor the God of forces.
The God of forces, Hasatan. You gonna honor Hasatan, right? Go ahead.
And a God whom his father knew not shall he honor. With gold and silver and with precious stones and pleasure things.
Satan. He's gonna give these things, honor these things unto Hasatan. Go ahead.
Thou shalt he do in the most strongholds with strange gods.
With a strange God. Because obviously his forefather didn't worship Satan like that. It's a different God that he's honoring, because this God obviously is one giving him this power to do what he's doing. All right. Go ahead.
whom he shall acknowledge and increase with glory, and he shall cause them to rule over many, and shall divide the land for his gain.
Divide the land for gain, for money. Right? He's going to acknowledge this God, he's going to increase in glory. Go ahead.
And at the time of the end,
The time of the end is where we're talking about at the end. Go ahead.
shall the king of the south push of him,
The
push
king-
at him.
The king of the south going to push against him. That's Egypt. They're in the south. Remember, when you're dealing with location, you got to start with a location, the beginning point, which is always going to be Israel. The south of Israel is Egypt. The king of the south is going to push against him. Right? In the end,
Pharaoh?
he's going to attack against them. Right? Go ahead.
At him, and the king of the north shall come against him.
King of the north, going up towards Turkey, an Iraq area, that's north of Israel, right? The king up there at that point could be maybe even to Russia, going to come against them. All right, go ahead.
Like a whirlwind with chariots.
With a whirlwind with chariots, go ahead.
And with horsemen, and with many ships.
Go ahead.
And he shall enter into the countries, and shall overflow and pass over.
You're going to come into the countries, overflow and pass over. Go ahead.
He shall enter also in the glorious land.
Which land is that?
Israel.
Israel. He's going to come into Israel, where fake Jews at. Go ahead.
And many countries shall be overthrown.
Many countries going to be overthrown by this person and his army. Go ahead.
But these shall escape out of his hand.
Who's going to escape out of his hand?
Us, Israel.
What is that?
Even
Who?
And Moab.
Who's the first one that said?
Edom.
Edomites.
Edom. Wait a minute.
Oh, he on
I thought this person was Edom. Edom
Wow.
going to escape out of his hand.
Wow. Egypt, wow.
And Moab.
Edom. Moab going to get away. Who else?
And the chief of the children of Ammon.
And the chief of the children of Ammon. So we see Edom going to get away from him, Moab, and the top people of Ammon going to escape this guy. Just not forever, just for a while, because he attacking. And now they what they do, they running. They fleeing, they running. They running. So when he invades Israel, all land over there right now, with them fake Jews over there, what they gonna do?
They run.
Run.
They gonna run.
Get out of that land.
They see him coming, they gonna run. You gonna get up out of there.
No buses allowed.
And
No
what it say?
couples allowed.
You come to the glorious land, they gonna run. Because now he's invading every land. He says, right, it says many countries shall be, it says many countries shall be overtaken, right in the last verse we just read. I mean, he's coming to do, he's trying to conquer the entire earth. Is what he's doing. The south gonna come at him, the north gonna come at him. When we read down, he's gonna smash them. But we Thursday, first he coming to the glorious land, Edom gonna run. Because we know that Moab and Ammon is in every country right now. They're in Africa, they in Israel, they over here,
They're in the West
they're everywhere. With Edom and them and Ammon and them. So when he comes into Israel, they gonna run. Get the pushing. All right. Go ahead, Yabana. So Edom and children are gonna run. Go ahead.
And shall stretch forth his hand also upon the countries, and the land of Egypt shall not escape.
Yep, not escape. So when the king of the south come, he come attack them. They ain't gonna get away. He gonna smash them. All right, go ahead.
But he shall have power over the treasures of gold and or silver, and over all the precious things of Egypt.
So everything that's precious in Egypt, he gonna take it. He's gonna take everything in there. And them tombs and them underground tombs, them jewelry, and take all that.
The pyramids,
All that. Take all that stuff in there.
That precious.
Go ahead.
and Liberia,
Libyan.
Libyan, and the Ethiopians shall be at his steps.
And the Libyan and Ethiopian is gonna be at the steps, meaning they're bringing him tribute, gifts at his steps. They're gonna come give him tribute, paying him. That's what it means, gonna be at his steps. Because he is what? He's conquered them. He's conquered Libya, he's conquered the Ethiopians. That meaning he has conquered Africa. Egypt is North Africa. Libyans are going to South Africa, right? And Ethiopians, right? In West Africa. He's conquered Africa. He's conquered the Middle East where Israel is, right? Conquered all that. So he's conquering the whole land. This is the Antichrist making a one-world order. He's conquered all that over there. This is what he's doing. What Texas tell you that he's doing, all right? Go ahead.
But tidings out of the east and out of the north shall trouble him.
So out of the east and out of the north shall trouble him, right? Meaning armies are setting up over there trying to come trouble him. Go ahead.
Therefore he shall go forth with great fury and destroy and utterly to make a way many.
He get to make away, meaning go take him away. So he's gonna go with much fury for those that trying to attack him from the north. He's intended to go in there and crush them real bad. Kill many of them. Go ahead.
And he shall plant the tabernacles of the palace
Of his palace.
be between the seas and the glorious holy mountains. Yet he shall come to his end, and none shall help him.
So he's gonna plant his tabernacle, meaning his kingdom, between the two seas. The two seas, Jordan and the Mediterranean.
Wow.
That's the meaning land of Israel. You're gonna set up in the land of Israel. This tells you the revelation of what he's gonna do. Right? It says, right, in the seas, it says in the glorious holy mountain, right? That's the Mount of Olives, where Christ always go to the Mount of Olives, right? Mount of Olives and the Mount of or not Mount of Olives is Mount Moriah. Moriah is where they built a temple on. Either one of the two. Right?
Okay.
He said, go ahead.
Can you say the other sea again? I got Jordan. What was the other sea?
Mediterranean.
Mediterranean, okay.
It says, yet he shall come to his end, because Christ gonna smash him when he comes out of the sky, and none shall help him. So this is the Antichrist, the one world order, but he's next. I'm pointing out to you what he's doing. He next. He hasn't started yet. So I'm saying we don't have next. This guy here got next.
It'd be like Independence Day kind of when he comes.
He's gonna have he's conquered everybody. I just showed you how he conquered all of Africa. He conquered the Middle East. He's gonna go attack the people in the north and the east. Gonna go conquer them. And he gonna conquer, this is part of it. We continue to read down in other places, he does this. He conquered everything. He's the one that put the mark on their hand. This is him. This is this man, this beast. You're reading something about him here. I'm just showing you, but here it tells you Edom escaped. So Edom can't be the end of the Esau can't be the end of the world. Because this guy right here have Edom on the run. Is Esau Edom? According to the Apocrypha, Esau is the end of the world. Is that true?
No. He's running for his.
He's at the end of the world. This guy right here this guy gonna have him on the run right here at 11.
Wow.
This guy got next.
Whoever this guy is, he's not playing either.
I'm reading. Listen, I have to read what this guy gonna do.
Ain't that the dragon? Ain't that the dragon in Revelations?
That Satan is dragon. He's the beast. He's the beast of Revelation.
He do Satan dirty work.
Now,
Satan is the God that he says here that he's gonna honor in his estate. That's who he's gonna honor. This is what he's saying. So I'm showing you that second Ezra when talk about Esau the end of the world. And Brother Goy said we got next. Then they're talking about. They understand their own Bible that they're reading. Go ahead.
You know, a lot of what they're saying right now from over there in where that large hadron collider is, they say they're waiting for a portal to open up and for something to cross through, something spiritual.
Because this beast is going to be a demonic force that comes out of come out of the earth, come out of hell, and go take over the dead guy's body. That's
Wow.
what it says in Revelation.
Yeah, they had, remember that movie, The Mist?
Yes,
Huh.
yes.
When they opened up that
Yeah.
portal and all them damn creatures
Yeah.
came
Yeah.
through there, man.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm just showing you, these guys, second Ezra can be right, because that's not what Daniel, the Revelation are saying.
Come on.
Esau is not the end of the world.
Wow.
End of the world is this antichrist guy ruler. It doesn't seem that he is an Edomite,
Wow.
because he has Edom on the run.
Right.
He ain't chasing his own people, is he?
Let's see, they got the Moabites on the run,
And mobile.
Oh, could it be us?
African,
Could it be one of our own?
This is nuts, it's somebody else.
but you think he'll be a lookalike?
Who?
Cause the
No, you think it'll be do you think it'll be a black man, is what I'm saying, or a so-called Israelite looking man, or a man of color? Who this Antichrist, what do you think he would present himself as, if not Edomite?
I think he's Arab.
Wow.
For real?
Yes. Because he goes into Israel. He puts his camps there. He also gonna dethrone them fake Jews in there. And then the reason why I say he's probably Arab, because in the Arab world, they all don't get along, because you have Shiite, Sunni, and Kurds. So he attacking Egypt. They Muslims, but there might be a different sect of Muslims that disagree with him. That's why they're attacking him. That's why he attacked them, and he takes control. The North also, the East, they're also Muslim, but it might be a different sect of Muslims. Why he going to attack them? But Esau is running. He always goes in, he takes them down. Because even in the Muslim world, they have their own Muslim antichrist. They call him the Mahdi. The Mahdi is something they call it.
Great Mahdi.
The Mahdi is something they call this guy. They're waiting for him. The Muslims waiting for their Christ to come, and they call him the Mahdi.
The Great Mahdi.
Huh?
It's called the Mahdi.
The Mahdi, whatever they call him, the Mahdi or the Mahdi, whatever they call him. He kind of fits what the Bible is talking about, the Antichrist. Looks like he's Muslim. That's why I think he is. Again, the Bible doesn't go specifically what nation he's from. At least I've not read it. But it looks like he's Muslim. So Ishmael got next.
Well, didn't Ishmael already have it?
He had it
because ain't that the dream that he? That's the dream. Yeah, I was gonna say, ain't that the dream that that Daniel had about that statue?
No. That's dealing with the kingdoms in the past. That's dealing with the Babylonians, the Persian, Mede, and the Romans. We're talking about in our time.
And the toes will be our and the toes will be our time.
Now the toes happened between the fourth century AD, and kind of it dwindled out around the 700. Around 700, they dwindled out because the Ottoman Turks came in and ruled. The Ottoman Turks came in and took the remnant of the Roman Empire down. The Roman Empire started getting weak around the 400 AD. They got real weak. I was going up into the toll, because the toll was of iron and clay. So it's showing you the mixture of both. It's starting to get weak. They're getting sacked by the northern tribes, and they got weaker until Ottoman Turks came in around Muhammad time, 700 AD, and they finally took them down, and then they took over. And they had originally took over Israel. They ran Israel for 1,000 years, the Ottoman Turks, until the British Empire came in and dethroned them. And then there's a whole bunch of politics, and then that's how the fake Jews got the land back.
Is that how the Palestinians, was that where they get into?
Oh
wow.
But the British Empire had took down the last remnant of the Ottoman Turks, who were Muslims.
So what does the stone represent?
A common stone. The stone, that's Christ. He's that Christ cut out of none. He's the Christ that comes on the stage that smashed that statue. Right? Because it says within that time, God is setting up a kingdom. That's
so Technically, wouldn't we still be under Roman? The
No,
Roman.
No, Rome is not ruling. The Roman, the defeat of that statue that was smashed was Christ. Is Christ coming in and start teaching and bringing the truth back? And then,
But isn't American Christianity based off of Roman prodigy?
some of it, it's Roman, it's Greek, it's Babylonian, it's Egyptian, it's all of those wrapped into one. You find all the elements of those kingdoms here. You have the Senate, that's Rome, right? You ever Senate,
You
right?
got Babylonian, you got the Medo-Persian, you got the Greek, and you got the Roman, all in one.
But it isn't Rome ruling, it isn't one entity ruling. They got elements of all these different empires in the past that they incorporated into America. What they have. Like that woman holding that statue up there, Statue of Liberty. That's like Cimarron.
But ain't that the Italian? That's the Italians. That's not that is Rome now, huh? That would be Roman.
Yeah, come on. Yeah. Roman Italian. That's who they are.
Well, so where's the Vatican?
It's in
It's in Rome.
Right.
It's in Italy. Sorry, it's in Italy, but in Rome. But it's a city in Italy, Rome. But they're their own city.
But who do we bow down to?
Who is
not we, but who do America bow down to? They bow down to the Pope and them, right? That's Roman Catholic doctrine.
Huh. Yeah, but the Pope isn't just Roman because he was a yarmulke too. He's also part Jewish. He has a fish hat on. He's also pagan. He's a blend of all these pagan religions in one. He's not just one thing.
That's
So wouldn't that be the toes?
yarmulke.
Say again.
Wouldn't that be the legs of iron and the feet of iron clay?
That happened after the Roman Empire got weak because it's iron and clay. It's showing you that it was a mixture of both. Part is going to be part strong and part weak. That's why it got conquered. It got conquered because it started to show weakness. For about 400 years, the Roman was strong. You could not conquer them because they had no weakness in them. They were strong. Yes, sir.
And they said they spread their borders out so far that they didn't have the manpower to protect home.
That's when they got weak.
Home.
They were spreading out they were spreading themselves too thin, but that happened years later. That happened around 400, since something like that, AD. Because Constantine was a Roman, he was still strong, even though the kingdom was split in the Eastern and Western Roman Empire, they were still strong. But then to that split, when it started to get weaker and weaker, they kept getting sacked by the Germanic tribes, and different tribes kept sacking them. And they slowly got weak, but the toes, we passed them. They said the toes supposed to be, the toes supposed to be this 10 economic countries over there. Because we got more than 10 of them over there.
That's that crap that they were teaching us.
That them trying to fit stuff in that don't fit.
The 10 economic, what is it? Community, the ECCC.
Yeah.
The economic, I mean, it make no sense to me.
It's a whole bunch of stuff.
They just try to put every damn thing in it. That's how they was teaching. That like they was so deep.
Making a whole bunch of stuff up that people thought was so deep, but even deep. And they had a 666 breakdown that was off the Paleo Hebrew.
A 666 breakdown.
Yeah, remember when in the Revelation chapter 17 where it says on her forehead was written a name, they broke that down into that's 666. Remember that breakdown that they had?
I remember that breakdown,
It
but
was all for that because they said that's what 666 was. Was all for that. I'm like, what?
that's because REI supposed to have broken it down.
And REI or Shai, one of them did that. But it was all as usual. But we go back to the second Ezra. So we see second Ezra about Esau end of the world is just that's not at all. Esau not the end of the world. But again, Israel today, you can't tell them nothing different.
You're gonna be running when that
If you
time
say that, they're
comes.
gonna say, well, second Ezra say that, brother. The second Ezra is not inspired. But the mistakes up in here, a whole bunch of mistakes in here.
Like Esau, y'all know y'all gonna be running when the time comes.
Listen, Esau is a small group. They gotta stop generalizing all these people as condition as being Edomites. Edomites are red. It's the one with the red neck, red face, red this, then Edomite.
And then the other ones are Amalekites, right?
Huh?
Amalekites, the other ones.
No, Amalekites are Edomites too.
Okay.
The other one just have the skin condition because of race mixing. But they don't have that red hue.
Okay.
They have that pigmentation law, but they're not Edomite. They're from the seed of Japhet. They're Japhet side who have been mixing with Esau for so many years. They lost their pigmentation because Esau genes is dominant. That's why they have the skin condition. But again, it's a whole bunch of mixing going on. They retain that pigmentation skin, but they don't have that red hue. Because they've been mixed. They've been mating back within the nation again. But his genes are strong. They still have that hue still.
So they still have the way part, but they don't have the
red part.
Right.
Because they've been marrying back into their nation.
Okay. Able to see blood through skin and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can look at them. Some of them have that red hue. You can see it.
Like Jason Momoa.
Red.
Yeah, most of them have that red hue.
Yeah, he's an Edomite.
Yeah, you look at Captain Kirk. Captain Kirk, red. Right. Edomite.
Like on that boxing match, we seen Edomite up there. He matched his suit. He was so red. Red neck.
That's how you identify who Esau is. That red color. So I don't see all of them as being Edomite because that's clearly they made a small amongst the heathen. That's it.
Yeah, Jason Momoa, he considered to be that one without the red hue. Yeah. But you can tell you still got that Esau look, but he's actually,
He has elements of Esau in it, but you can still say there's something else there besides just Esau within him. Something else there, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't have that old silly, awkward talk to him. He has a little bit of flavor on him, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Right? It's a little bit is there. Not a lot, it's a little bit.
You remember that TV show called Boy Meets World?
Yeah.
It came on channel.
I remember that. Topanga, the chick, Topanga.
Topanga, to get his girlfriend, she wasn't all the way Edomite.
She was like Spanish or something. She had that curl. Yeah, I used to like that little bit. Yeah, go ahead, Salaki.
That's cool, but you can tell she was mixed with something else. She wasn't all the way Esau looking,
So yeah, man, we're gonna I'm gonna finish with this second Ezra, man, and go through the rest of it and show you, man. You know, we're running out of time, but yeah, I'm gonna cover the rest of it, Emmanuel, so you can see. And I want to cover too for you, Judah, so we get this out of the way. You know what I'm saying? Get all these books in the pocket, but it's not canon.
I'm ready. Yeah, we can go back to the Apocrypha. I'll be on. I'll stay on for a little bit if you need me to. I'll stay on and we can go over.
But yeah, because I don't want to read the whole 16th chapter of Ezra, second Ezra. I want to hit just the points why.
Come on. Yeah, come on, let's do it. Yeah, I'm with
you. They're right to the points. That's all.
What time is it anyway? About
it's
6.
About 6 o'clock.
How he knows it's about to be 6.
Because I'm from LA. That's how I know OG.
What time is it actually there? About what? 8 o'clock there?
Not going on 9 over there.
Elder was right. It's 8 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock in Florida on the East Coast.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, you in the middle, guys.
Yeah, he's in Midwest. But Chicago and Indianapolis is kind of Indiana. They about to be 9 o'clock there. Yeah.
No. That's still Midwest. They about to be 8 o'clock.
You sure? I think.
So it go like this. It go like this. California is about to be 6. Colorado, Utah, Arizona, all that, the mountain area, that's about to be 7. It's about to be 8 here, and it's about to be 9 on the east.
I think Yabana's right. I think the time zone run right through Chicago. So half of it is on the East Coast time and half of it is on your side.
Chicago is still the Midwest. The Midwest don't end till West Virginia.
Chicago ain't split like that.
Yeah, Chicago ain't, it's Illinois, bro. And the Illinois is a part of the Midwest,
I know that. It got the time zone right in the middle of it.
They is east, even though they
No,
they're not
it
east.
don't go. The time zones don't go by latitude, it go by longitude, up and down.
Up and down.
Okay, I thought it was latitude.
So,
okay.
so from the bottom of California to the top of Washington, it's gonna be the same time. When you get past Vegas and all that, when you get to when you pass and you start getting into the mountains is gonna be an hour ahead of y'all. When you get out of the mountains, you get into the valley, which is where we're at, where I'm at. It's gonna be an hour ahead.
That's correct. What you're saying is correct.
No,
You on a flat surface.
No, bro.
It don't run like this. It runs like the time zone goes up and down, bro.
Nah, when my sister call here, she calls it'd be 4 o'clock here, and in Indianapolis it'd be 7 p.m. So
Indianapolis, what?
Indianapolis, Indiana, it'd be 7 p.m. when she calls from there. But when she calls here at 4 p.m., it'd be 7 p.m. there.
Ohio is a part of the Mid. So you got Tennessee, Kentucky, and all that. You know that's considered to be the South.
The Midwest, but it's going
7.
Yeah, but it's going up. He think it's 2 hours.
He's saying the whole thing up and down at the same time zone. Is what he's saying.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is that he saying that what is it? He's saying that it's 2 hours ahead of us.
It is.
Okay, but not this is not.
If it's 7, if you're saying it's 4 and it's 7,
that's 3 hours ahead.
Yeah.
It's Indianapolis in between the Rocky Mountains and what is the mountains over there on the East Coast?
I don't know what they're.
That's you talking about East Coast time.
Yeah, but it's still.
No, I'm saying what's still mountains on the East Coast though, Kyle?
It's 3 hours ahead.
Yeah, but Indianapolis is Midwest and they 3 hours ahead.
No, they can't be Midwest.
No, they not. Yeah, that's wrong.
That's Midwest too.
That's right next door to Chicago, even though they east.
They all
like Chicago.
Chicago is my time.
That's east. It's 3 hours ahead.
Chicago is 2 hours ahead. Chicago is my time. From Texas to Chicago, that's my time.
First Google find out what time Indianapolis is. The time in Indiana.
It's east, even though it's still considered Midwest.
Oh, I think they didn't make a run.
Yeah.
Let me close out this view. We're gonna finish this class up next time, man. We're gonna continue though.